Hello, this is Annette with Project Refine Life. Welcome to my channel. I know that this deck is out there. I know that people have done walkthroughs and flip-throughs of this deck, but I'm just opening this deck and I am just overcome by the deck. So I needed to just film a flip-through of the deck. I've already looked at the deck. I've already looked at the guidebook. Not every particular card, not every reading within the guidebook within depth, but enough to understand that I am just blown away by this deck. So I also wanted to share some pairings with you that I have taken from my collection, and then you guys can see at the end of the month which ones worked for me and how I felt about this deck. But so far I am extremely excited about this deck. So this deck is under $17 on Amazon. It comes in this box. Now, see, I just did what I did not want to do. As you can see, there's no notch holes. So I'm gonna have to navigate getting this box open, because if there's no weight in here, it's not gonna open because you don't have your little notch holes in here. This is how the box is set up. The deck goes right in here, and then the book goes here. I do wish that they would have made maybe the book a little smaller or something where everything fits, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do about this. See, look at this is already, that's bent. And I just opened up this deck. My plan is to work with this for the new moon in Scorpio. So that's my plan. And when I opened it to review it, because I ordered it at the beginning of the month and it had just been sitting there, I had not opened it yet, but it was already bent like that. So I'm gonna have to get a box or something, or a bag rather, to put this deck into. So let me share a little bit about the deck. It is, of course, 78 cards. It's beautiful, you guys. It is beautiful. The creator is Gabriela Herstik, with illustrations by Julie Popescu. And then it says snakes for hair. I haven't looked her up yet, but I do want to look her up as well, because the art is just absolutely gorgeous. Gabriela identifies herself as a Mexican Jewish witch. She lives in Los Angeles, because I was just so taken. I'm like, who is this person? I really want to know what's going on here. What have I missed? I have looked at several of her books, and I did not put two and two together. So one of the reasons that I ordered this deck was because I really didn't have anything that fit the mold of that feminine, erotic type of deck. I just recently did a VR, and one of the questions was about a sensual deck, and I was looking at my collection. I'm like, I really don't have anything that fits that mold. And so I went ahead and got this deck. She has several books. So Sacred Sex, The Magic and Path of Divine Erotic, Inner Witch, A Modern Guide to the Ancient Craft. She has Bewitching the Elements, a guide to empowering yourself through earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. Embody Your Magic, a guided journal for the modern witch. And Craft. She also has two books that have been translated into Spanish. So that was really neat to see. Let's get to this, because I'm excited about this deck, and I'm excited to use this deck for my new moon ritual. So let's go ahead and just start taking a look at the deck itself. These are the cards. These are the backs. And I do like the pink and the red, and I like the white borders. Nothing about this is going to change. Maybe at some point, I don't know. I haven't done this in a long time, guys, but maybe at some point I'll edge the deck. I am not sure yet because I'd have to get something. I can't do it in red, maybe in pink or something. I'm not quite sure. I showed you the box. Let me show you the guidebook real quick. So the guidebook is really good, guys. So the guidebook is 125 pages. All of the majors have the name of the card, the key, which is the number on the card, the goddess, because each of the majors has a goddess from around the world to represent that particular card, the planetary correspondence or the astrological correspondence, or there's one more option here, what was it? There was planetary elemental correspondence. So it's planetary, astrological, or elemental correspondence. Each one has the meaning of the card, then it's followed up by an affirmation, a journal question, and a ritual. So that part of it remains the same even within the minors. So the minors gives you the astrological correspondence, the meaning, the affirmation, and a journal question, not the ritual. The ritual is only included in the major arcana. And I really am excited about this. So the suits, as far as the courts are concerned, there is maiden, witch, queen, and crone. The way that the suits are designed is that the wands represent sex magic, will, and desire, and then cups represent heart and depth and trust. Swords are your shadow work, your communication, or your lack thereof. And then pentacles is the embodiment, how to touch, how to feel, how to be within pleasure. I do not have anything like this, guys. Nothing in my collection. And so, like I said, this is really exciting for me. It does have 7 spreads within the guidebook, and one of them is a Celtic cross. There's no pictures in here. So it just has card 1, card 2, card 3 type of thing, and then the Celtic cross has just, numbering the cards. She gives you a couple of approaches, and make no bones about it, this is a sex magic deck, and how to use this deck for embodiment and this feeling of erotic, feminine energy and this goddess energy. And I'm really excited to use this deck because, like I said, I have nothing like this. So this is really cool. Now, I do want to say that if you're looking to just open this up and work with it like in a Rider-Waite-Smith type of meaning, you might get stuck. I mean, of course, you could just pull it and look at the art and then apply your regular meaning, but I would suggest that you look into the guidebook because it goes in depth. These are small little sections. Are about 2 pages long or so, but they're in depth, they're good. And then from here you can do some more research. So let's go ahead and look at the cards. All right, guys, so that is the flip through of the Goddess of Love Tarot, and I am just, I'm loving this deck. It is absolutely beautiful. The art is beautiful. I have a thing for collage art. I do. So to be honest, when I first saw this deck come out, I thought, oh, I do not need that. I do not need that deck in my collection. But like I said, after I did that VR, it was to Sylvia over at Fairlight Tarot. And I thought, I really do need something like that in my collection. That is a part of life. That is just necessary. I need to be able to talk to that part and, you know, directly. That's what I wanted. It became very clear to me then that I needed something with a more direct approach. And I have seen a few others on the market, but I really didn't know if I was going to get along with them or not. And they were, or they are, indie decks. And I didn't want to pay that much if I wasn't going to get along with the deck. So, you know, after looking at this again, I thought, you know what? It's a very reasonably priced deck. It's mass market. I'll just go ahead and get the deck. And look at it. It is stunning. It is beautiful. I love this. So it is, or it does have, like these illustrated pips, but man, this is just gorgeous, just beautiful. I like the Three of Swords approach. There was a couple here as we were going through the flip through that just really grabbed my attention. The Eight of Swords, look at that, that's beautiful. The Nine of Swords is another one that really pulled me, and then the 10, I really love that. I mean, it is just a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. And I do like the renaming of some of these cards. And in the guidebook, it addresses it right away. If something has been renamed, it says it right on top. So there's no need for you to wonder what you're looking at if you have this guidebook close by. And I would say you should have the guidebook close by for this deck. So let's go ahead and just find some pairings for this deck. Like I said, I've already looked at my collection. I've gone through a few of them, and then, you know, it was surprising because I looked at some of these decks that I have and I thought, oh, surely that one will work, and it didn't. There was a couple that just didn't. So this is the Tantric Dakini. Oh, hold on a second. I have like a little piece of something in there. So this is the Tantric Dakini. And I like the overall idea of these together. This feels like a very natural fit with these two. Yeah, I do like that. And I do like the white border against the red here because it makes this message kind of pop out, and then kind of how you would deal with your focus or your wrap up, whatever it is. But I think these two will work really, really well. So let me go ahead and try the next one that I brought out. And the next is this right here. This is Messages from the Heart of the Divine Oracle deck. And guys, this deck I've had for a while. I don't really share it that often, but I really do like it. I don't pull it out all that often, but I will not get rid of it because it's really deep, and I love the art. So this is Messages of the Divine, or Messages from the Heart of the Divine. Sorry about that. But these two seem to have a very similar type of energy. They're both very, almost like action-based. Something for you to work with, something for you to embody. So I do like the idea of these two together. And then let's move on to the next deck that I have to share, and this is the Lakshmi Oracle. This again is, oh, and I'm not showing you the backs, guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, so those are the backs. And as you can see, that would look really, really good together if you're into just, you know, looking at the back of the decks. But I think this will work really well. Look at these together. I'm excited about this combination. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm really excited about this one. So this is the Death Doula Oracle, and that's, there we go. That's what they would look like together if you were putting them with the back side up, and this is upside down. And this one, this is another one that I'm really, really excited about, because to me, I think this idea of releasing something or working through with the Death Doula Oracle, the way that it has you work through or surrender or work on something or process something, I think that these two are going to be phenomenal together. I really do. I think that these are going to work so well together. I love Queen of Wands, Compassionate Memories, and Seven of Pentacles. I think that's going to work really, really good. So I'm really, really excited about working with this deck. By the time you see this walkthrough, I would have already worked with it for my new moon in Scorpio. And I'm going to have to like just leave you hanging after this, because I probably won't get back to really sharing and working with the deck until the end of the month. Truthfully, guys, I didn't think that I would open this deck up at this time, but it just came to my mind, hey, what if I work with that deck for the new moon and, you know, see how it works out. But I think it's going to be really, really a great deck to work with. And you know what, guys? I didn't say nudity alert at the beginning of my video, but if you're watching my channel, there's a lot of nude cards and nude decks that I have. I mean, it's just, I always rate my videos only for adults, because I don't want to have to put up disclaimers each and every time I'm going to show you a deck. I don't want to have to remember that. Here's the Six of Wands. Let's just go ahead and take a quick look at the Six of Wands. And before I get to that, I do want to say that at the beginning of each suit, she has a little write-up on the suit itself. So she has the major arcana, she has a little write-up here, and then for every suit, she talks about the suit in particular, like the energy that you're going to be working with in that particular suit, just so that you know what to expect. Six of Wands, astrological correspondence, Jupiter in Leo. Blessed by Jupiter in Leo, this card shines its light on your orgasmic potential to be guided by pleasure and purpose. You are in a position of authority, and your heart and words are being listened to. You radiate your truth, not just from what you say, but how you communicate it. This is not a time to play small. You are currently at an advantage. Channel your sexual energy to magnetize your desires to you. Trust in the erotic divine feminine to bless this and to see what happens. This card suggests intimate victory, but only if you believe it so and own the powers of the goddess to move through this moment with clarity, authenticity, and alignment. When it's reversed, look for a power imbalance and take a step back to see who and what is taking your attention. Sit with the energy that's bouncing around you. You may not be at the advantage yet, but if you're patient and honest with yourself, you'll spot the potential. The affirmation is, I am a manifestation of the energy of the divine erotic, and I use this to shape my reality. Journal questions. How can my sexual energy empower my desires and lead me toward my truth? Guys, it is absolutely, absolutely beautiful. I'm really, really impressed with this deck so far, and I will follow up with you guys and let you know what I think about this deck at the end of the month. So thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you later.